Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Children Crusades. Now, if you don't know what the Children's Crusades are, I would assume that's why you clicked on the video. But before we get into that, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because these videos actually take a really long time to make and you'd be doing me a big favor if you actually did do those things. Without further ado, let's cover the Children's Crusade. Well, yeah, I thank you, I love you, and let's do this. So one day, a young boy named Stephen has a dream of Jesus basically telling him that, yo, you need to go free the Holy Land, and he thought this was a sign from God, and he thought he could do what no knights could have done. And this little kid, Stephen, goes on to the public, and he's like, I need men, I need swords, we're gonna take back the Holy Land, and these adults are just laughing at him. Poor kid! He just wants to help. Bro, and what's crazy about this is that Steven actually had... The adults didn't care. Don't even mind that. But there were thousands of children just following Steven. Not like asking him questions or anything. They're just following Steven. No. You don't get it. Literally thousands of children are following Stephen, and they're hopping from town to town with no food or no water. Their only plan was to take back the Holy Lands. Oh my goodness, dude, that's actually insane. Like, what were they thinking? And you gotta think, the more that they walked, the more traction that they started to pick up around them. Like not little children, but like children. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Would go up to them, or they'd see them walking and be like, I want to go do that. So, bro, thousands of children just left their parents. Like, thousands of parents lost their kids, and they have no idea where they went. But also, mind you, all their kids, left, simultaneously. Like, you would go looking for your kid in the street, and then you'd find someone else looking for their kid. That's crazy! Oh, I forgot to cut the video. Some of the kids didn't even want to save the Holy Land. They just wanted adventure, and some of them actually thought that God had sent Stephen. So there's thousands of children just marching to the Holy Land on a crusade, and they can't do anything. It's crazy. Bro, they just, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people watching my video already knows this, but children often give up more easily than adults. So as they're walking towards the Holy Land, bro, some of them got sick, some of them got really hungry, some of them begged for food, and some of them were just like, peace, I'm out. And they just left. They were like, yeah, let's go take back the Holy Land. And then they got bored and they're like, yeah, okay, I'll out. Like, that was crazy, bro. And you know what? A lot of people watching the video are gonna be like, oh, well, how is that really crazy? No, because it was thousands of them. By them just leaving, they just depleted their army by a couple hundred. Good morning. How are we? You guys know that guy? Ha ha ha. I'm thirsty. This motherfucker. Yo, get this for real. Now listen, lock in for a sec. There was actually a second leader. There was a second boy that had the same idea, but in another place. Listen, bro, I'm not even kidding. You can't make this. Look this up. I looked at after done watching this video. Look this up. I'm telling the truth. And they were heading towards the sea, and they thought the sea would split for them, just like in the Bible. I'm pretty sure you can expect what happened next. Nicholas and his group walked all the way to the sea, and as they were, oh my goodness, bro, it was funny. They were mad. A lot of them were mad, and a lot of them just started crying because they had walked all that way. Bro, imagine that! Imagine you walking so hard and trotting through troubleness and trying to get to this place, and you're just like, okay, split, and nothing happens. Yo, oh my goodness, listen. So this man, right? This man comes up to them as they're having their own little midlife crisis or whatever. He comes up to them and he's like, pretend I'm the dude. Hey, I saw you guys were trying to get to the Holy Land. Want to get on my boat? Long story short, the children got sold into slavery. Yeah. So these children start jumping for joy. They're like, yeah, God heard us. We're gonna go to save the Holy Land. Let's go. They were sold into slavery. Yeah, okay. A little setback, but we got it. So, Stephen's group never made it. So the Children's Crusades were over. Yeah, I feel like that. But to make this video longer, we're gonna go into detail of what actually happened. Reverse. So, at this time, the children are suffering. They have no food, they have no water, and Stephen basically just tells them, God will provide. He was providing if you just stayed your little selves at home. I'm sounding like such a... Some kids, but when they were, like, passing through towns, they'd knock on doors and be like, can we have some food? And they'd slam the doors in their face. A lot of them would laugh at them and be like, children can't fight in war. And you gotta think, some kids just couldn't take it anymore. A lot of them were just like, we don't care about this journey anymore. And a lot of them just went home. They weren't trying to deal with anything that was trying to befall their way. Stephen had to climb big rocky mountains, and so did his group. And a lot of them fell. A lot of them got lost, but Stephen always kept pushing. Stephen has a lot of free will. And it wasn't only that, the weather got so bad. It got terrible. Like, rain would pour down, and they'd get sick. Some of them got hypothermia, some of them got sick, and some of them died. It was crazy. They had to walk through forests. Wolves literally growled at them at night. Some of them went missing. Some of them just disappeared. Never to be found at all. But they had to keep pursuing because Stephen told them to. Yo, and then one night, bandits straight up jumped these little kids and took the little food that they had. So now, not only are they starving... Oh my goodness, wait. So now, not only are they starving, not only are they literally dying of hypothermia, but bandits came, jumped them, and took everything they had. And Stephen's only response was, God will help us. Okay, back to Nicholas's group. Nicholas's group actually had the same problem. Like, his homies were getting sick, his homies were dying of hypothermia, but, he told them to keep going And then Stephen and Nicholas, they both hit big cities, thinking that the kings will help them. These children, see, this is what happens when you don't give your children adult supervision. They go to war with other countries. Not even go to war, pity war. That's what this was. And the kings looked at these little children and they were like, go home. This is not your fight. Go home. But Nicholas and Stephen didn't care. And they did it anyway. I don't know why, but I'm just feeling really preachy. Have you prayed to God today? Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins. May the Lord your God guide you on your way to victory. I love you. I love you. Jesus Christ is God. Jesus Christ is God. Oh man, this is good. By the way, if you're drinking soda, brush your teeth. Those cavities ain't worth it, my guy. So, no food, no water, no help. How are they gonna reach the Holy Land, you ask? I'm pretty sure you already know. And even though kings told these little children to go home, they never did. Like, they still thought that God would help them. And they still pursued their journey, thinking a miracle was gonna happen. And then Nicholas's group finally made it to the sea. And when they go to, pray, they pray and they're like, God, please split the sea for us like you did Moses in the Bible, and nothing happens. And some of them got mad, some of them got angry, a lot of them just, fell in depression. They were like, ah! And then a rich man steps forward and he's like, hey guys, don't worry, I'll take you to the Holy Land. I have boats, and I'm gonna take you to the Holy Land. Oh wow, this is crazy. Oh man, this is so crazy. But these little children are literally running towards the ship. They're so happy. They can't believe that this has happened. And when they go to run, and there's to put this into perspective for you, they're waving to the people and they're being really happy. And they're driving, you know what I'm saying? They're riding along the sea. And it takes them a couple days. They don't know where they're going. And they expected to see the Holy Land by now. But the sailors never told them where they were going. So it was kind of hard to have any type of navigation skills. Or not navigation skills. It was hard to have an idea of where they were going. And then a terrible truth befell them. Instead of them thinking that they were going to the Holy Lands, they weren't. They were badly tricked. This is the version of, do you want some candy? Oh my goodness, this literally is! Do you want some candy? You want to get on my van? Do you want some candy? This is literally that. Do you want to go to, oh, yo! Do you want to go to the Holy Land? Get in my boat. Yo, this is actually this is literally that! Yo, hey, listen. Oh my goodness! Hey, listen, do you want some candy? You want to get in my van? Literally that. Hey, do you want to go to the Holy Land? I got a boat. You want to get on my boat? Yo! This is literally what that is. Oh my goodness, times have not changed. Times haven't changed. Yo! They were doing this too in 1212. That's the year of which this happened. They did this in the year 1212. Times 2024. They still do it. We have not changed in the past, 800 years. I'm sorry, dude. I just had to yap about that. That's amazing. Well, that's why you click on the video for me, yap. Either you... Okay, there's one of two reasons of why you click on this video. Either you want to hear me yap and rant about something, or you just want to learn something, and you have a very poor attention span, and I'm built for that, so because I'm yelling at you. And usually when someone is yelling at you, you'll have a better time of remembering what happened. None of Nicholas's followers ever made it home. All of them disappeared. Their crusade was over. None of them were ever heard of or seen again. And then now we're gonna focus on what's his name. Steven. So Steven heard nothing, and him and his group marched towards the sea. And they just went there. Yeah. Okay, so the exact same thing happened with Steven's group, only two differences. One, some of the children didn't want to get on the boat because they were a little skeptical on what they actually wanted. Two, instead of them actually just making it towards the forced control place, can actually say the real thing, but instead of them actually going to the place, a big storm happened and the boat crashed, and then a lot of people drowned. And when the children, some of the children were rescued, but not by good people, but bad men with chains, and they chained them up, and it was crazy. They were sold as slaves, and a lot of the children, only a small portion of the children ever made it back home. Wow, not good. And so the children's crusade was over. Thousands of children disappeared, and yeah. Back in Europe, their parents waited for their children to return, but they heard nothing. And they started getting worried, and a lot of... Yeah, okay, we're about to talk about... And only a small amount of children actually made it back. And when they did make it back, they were like, Mom, we were tricked. We were sold as slaves. And then their parents wept because, why wouldn't you weep at your children being sold as a slave? And you gotta think, out of all the people, the priests and the bishops were shocked the most. They were like, this wasn't God's plan. These little children were sent to their doom. Oh man, that carries some conviction. They were sent to their doom, and it actually happened. That's crazy. And many people were angry. A lot of people were like, "Yo, I'm so angry right now." And then a lot of them started blaming the leaders. A lot of them were like, "Yo, we blame you, God. Why did you let our children go? Why did no one stop them? You're our leaders. You just let them go." Which... yeah, I would say yeah. Oh, and just to make it clear, Steven and Nicholas were never found again. The two boys that led the groups, they were never found again. They were disappeared. Yeah, a lot of people were like they were captured. A lot of people were like they died, but it was whatever. Others said they actually wandered alone in shame. After this, no one tried a children's crusade again. And then the world quickly found out that war was not for children. So thousands of children went missing because they thought that they were going on a holy mission, but instead of actually achieving their goal, they experienced hunger, dehydration, bandits, storms, hypothermia, and a lot of them went missing. And they also experienced betrayal. And yeah, a lot of them were never heard from or seen again. Most of them never returned, and only a small group of people actually, made it back home. So, thousands of children went missing because they thought they were on a mission from God. What did we learn from this? Any questions? Yeah, but that was the video. I just wanted to go ahead and talk about this because, I love educating you guys on religious stuff. and I love screaming as I do it. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like that's, yeah. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because these videos actually take a really long time to make, and you'd be doing me the biggest favor if you actually did do those things. But without further ado, yeah, I thank you, I love you, and God bless.